Hey, how's everybody doing? So I'm in my backyard. We're about to do a quick WOD here. Well, I'm about to do a quick WOD here. This is going to be my first exercise demo for you guys that is going to focus on the kettlebell swing. The reason why I'm doing that is because a lot of the athletes that I work with tend to really have a hard time opening up their hips. Kettlebell swing is a really great exercise. It's not to generate power in your shoulders, it's actually to develop that hip opening technique, so to really explode and get that hip open is really one of the most important movements for any athlete. So you know, whether you're jumping or you're pushing a lineman off the line, right, you're boxing, you're always driving through those hips. So I use kettlebell swings especially when I was rehabbing with my back. Obviously I wasn't going too heavy, but it was part of the process. Okay, you got to load up those hamstrings, you got to fire up those glutes, and that whole posterior chain really does a lot of the work, and you generate a lot of speed and power in through the movement. So if you guys are familiar with it, that's awesome. Also, bear with me, I'm right next to the airport, so planes are going to go over. If you can't hear me, I'm not mic'd up. Okay, sorry about that, but you can still see what the demo is. So essentially I'm going to go through just a series of kettlebell swings and finish it off with a few ring dips. You can follow along if you want. Give me a shout out, be like, Dave, awesome, keep it up, do more. I won't be able to read because my phone's kind of far away, but the idea here is just to give you an idea of you know, just a basic kettlebell workout. And shout out to the guys at Agatsu Fitness. I tagged you in this post. We're going to be hanging out together next week, so Pat, Tim, we're going to be doing some strongman work with some of the guys that I'm working with. There's a plane going over right now. Yeah, and so yeah, these guys are the masters. So I'm nowhere near the caliber that those guys are. So yeah, guys, if you want to drop some tips in the comments as well once you check out the video, please do. If you want to do some kettlebell sport with these guys, man, they're the dudes to go hang out with. So here we go. We're going to just do a quick demo as to what the movement looks like. When you're engaging and when you're doing a kettlebell swing, common fault is if you have no practice pushing your hips back, guys tend to bend their knees, so they go into a squat. So that's a common fault. Okay, so before you even start, you want to be able to push that butt back. Okay, kind of like you're doing your stripper dance. Okay, push that butt back. Okay, and keep the knees nice and supple. Okay, if you notice you're doing one of these things, it's because you haven't developed that ability to push those hips back, okay, and give yourself some hip flexion. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is just try and push your hips back. Okay, so I'm keeping my back flat, chest up, and that's essentially the movement. Okay, so before you add any weight, it's really good to get that proprioception and actually get that feeling. Okay, how do I push my hips back? Okay, some guys are athletes, but they don't even know how to do that. So make sure that if you're working on the kettlebell swing, make sure that you start getting that hip action, okay? And start really light. So I'm just going to grab my kettlebell here. I'm going to do a few swings, just demo from the side. So the important thing here, I get a bit of a swing, and when I bring my kettlebell up, okay, I don't need to do the CrossFit style for now. Okay, I'm just coming to eye level. I'm loading up the hamstrings, firing up through the glutes, keeping my back flat, and pushing into the hips. A few more. So you can increase the demand on that. You can do it one-handed and switch. You might see some guys doing a CrossFit style, like I did originally, go overhead. Suffice it to say, okay, you're getting the benefit of that kettlebell swing, bringing it to eye level. So that Russian style, as they call it. Let me just finish off with some ring dips. So if you got rings at home, this is my backyard. I installed this with Pat 2 years ago, and it's really served me well. There you go. So simple circuit. 10 kettlebell swings, 5 ring dips, 10-minute AMRAP. Man, you're done. Want to throw in some squats in there too? Mix it up. That's all you need. If you want a hand building one of these bad boys too, give me a shout, guys. I'm in the Montreal area, so I'll be glad to kind of give you a hand and teach you how to build a nice little rig outside, because then you have no excuses, right? Every day you can get after it. Got all my weights in the shed here. Thanks to Steve Busby. Before he left for Japan, he gave me all his weights. So there you go, guys. If you have any comments, questions, drop them in the comments below. And see you guys tomorrow. Peace.